There are many instances where we are limited to spending time with our friends or family inside rather than outside. Well, what other way to spend your leisure time other than watching a movie to kill boredom? The feeling of bursting into laughter with your loved ones is definitely a feeling like no other. And so we have gathered some hilarious comedy movies which will surely be worth all the laughs. Hey guys, and welcome to Unlimited Movies. Today we'll be going over 10 comedy movies to watch when you are bored at home. Right before we go over our favorite picks, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to keep up with our amazing content. So without further ado, let's go through our picks. Number 10, The Naked Gun. How many of you all remember the TV show from 1982, Police Squad? Well, not many would remember. It was a hysterical spoof of police procedural shows. And this was by the same team which made the movie Airplane. Although this show was canceled after just 6 episodes, 6 years later, it was turned into a series of movies. The Naked Gun is a series of 3 American crime comedy movies. The first and second part was directed by David Zucker, and the third part was directed by Peter Segal. The movies were released from 1988 to 1994. The plot revolves around the plan of a millionaire to assassinate Queen Elizabeth II. However, the truth is that the assassination was just an excuse for a series of gags. After the movie Airplane, The Naked Gun was the closest successor to that movie, having stupendous reviews. Number 9, The Jerk. Known as the funniest film of all time by critics, The Jerk was one of the most successful comedy films to be released in the late 20th century. The main character, Navin, was played by one of the funniest people to exist, Steve Martin. Directed by Carl Reiner, The Jerk was released in 1979. It's a story of a moron who grew up believing that he was a black child. He grew up with a poor black family. He later learns that he was adopted and is in fact of a white background. Upon learning the truth about his adoption, he leaves his home with the aim of starting his own life. He initially works at a gas station and was even part of a traveling fair. He eventually becomes very wealthy, however, loses it all in the end. The character of Navin is that of a naive fool and never failed to make the audience laugh. Number 8, Anchorman. Anchorman is a series of 2 American comedy movies. It was a big success when it initially hit the theaters in the summer of 2004, which was followed by the second part. After a few years, in 2013, the second sequel was released, and it became one of the most beloved comedies of the 21st century. It was directed by Adam McKay, and is the type of movie which can make you laugh till you cry. It's quite bizarre and overflowing with hilarious jokes. But it would take multiple views for you to understand the real genius behind these movies, which would make the jokes and the whole movie even more remarkable. A lot of times, the viewers can find themselves gradually using quotes from the show in their day-to-day conversations, and this can surely be a sign that the movie was quite a success, and the comedy packed in the movies have reached the viewers successfully. All 2 parts of The Anchorman are sure to have you rolling on the floor with laughter. Number 7, Step Brothers. It seems like Adam McKay has devoted his life in directing movies which would leave his audience laughing till they drop. After all the attention and success that his movie Anchorman received, his ultimate movie became The Step Brothers. Released in 2008, this movie features 2 middle-aged men who still live under the same roof as their parents. The 2 moronic guys are in their mid-40s and end up in unwanted situations when their parents marry each other. With that happening, they are forced to live together. Their relationship started as enemies, but throughout the movie, soon enough they become best friends. Step Brothers is worth spending your time on because they will surely leave you breathless with all the endless laughter. Years ago, rumors of a sequel circulated, and still today, people are hoping to receive a sequel of this movie. Number 6, Dumb and Dumber. The name itself would give us a clue of the niche of the movie. I mean, what else can we assume from a title which includes the word dumb and also the superlative form dumber? Dumb and Dumber is an American comedy film directed by Peter Farrelly. It was released during the late 20th century in 1994. The movie is a story of 2 men who are considered to be idiots driving cross-country. The van in which they drive in looks like a dog, and they set their goal of returning a briefcase full of money to its rightful owner. They assumed that the money was abandoned by someone by mistake. However, the funny thing is that the briefcase containing money was not actually left by mistake, but was a ransom money left by someone. Their journey in the movie is sure to kill your boredom with endless laughter. Number 5, Booksmart. So far, we've talked about movies released in the early days. So moving on to the next one, we have a movie from the 21st century. Booksmart can be recognized by some of you because it was released in 2019. It was directed by Olivia Wilde and featured Caitlin Dever and Beanie Feldstein as the main characters, Amy and Molly, respectively. It's the story of 2 high school girls. They both are portrayed as 2 girls who are bookworms and missing out on the fun in high school. Upon realizing this, the movie shows the hilarious attempts of these girls in becoming like their classmates and their struggles to have fun before they leave the town after graduation. Number 4, Old School. Have you ever wanted to relive your moments in school or college years later? Well, this movie features a group of friends who does the same. Old School, directed by Todd Phillips, was released in 2003. This movie features one of the most famous faces in comedy movies, Will Ferrell. It tells the story of a lawyer and his 2 friends who decided to relive their old and golden days. They do this by setting a fraternity house next to their former college campus. Their journey in recapturing their glory days will surely have you laughing, and it's definitely worth a watch, especially with your friends. Who knows, you and your friends might just get a great idea by watching this movie. Number 3, Clueless. Clueless is more of a teen movie, but of course with a splash of comedy. Directed by Amy Heckerling, Clueless stars Alicia Silverstone as Cher Horowitz, Paul Rudd as Josh, and more. It was released in 1995 and tells the story of a high school girl named Cher, who is a rich girl obsessed with shopping and clothes. She's learning to cope up with adolescence problems and also guides a new girl in school to become popular. In the process, she discovers her own feelings and takes us through a journey of laughter, smiles, and many more. Number 2, Mrs. Doubtfire. Apart from being a comedy movie, Mrs. Doubtfire can teach us a lot of life lessons throughout the movie as well. Directed by Chris Columbus, the movie was released in 1993. The movie tells the story of Daniel, played by Robin Williams, who maintains the role of a struggling actor and a divorced dad. After his divorce, he's separated from his children. As an attempt to see his children and be part of them, he dresses up as an older woman and gets hired by his ex-wife to be a nanny for their kids. With all the hilarious scenes unfolding, the movie teaches us the effects of a divorce on a family as well. Number 1, Elf. Last in our list is yet another movie starring Will Ferrell. Elf, directed by Jon Favreau, was released in 2003. It's the story of Buddy, played by Will, who is originally a human raised in the North Pole by Santa and his real elves. Upon finding out that he's not an elf, he sets out to find his real dad. He travels to New York for the search, and during his journey, he causes havoc and destruction. The movie also features heartwarming scenes and also takes you through the hilarious journey of Buddy. And with that, we have come to the end of our picks. Ready to watch one of these movies and laugh till you drop? Which one was your favorite? And which one are you going to watch soon? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more content related to movies. Stay safe, you all, and we'll see you in the next video.